What is up, guys? DJ Rick Webb here. Today's video I'm going to be discussing how I got to where I am as a DJ. So you guys have seen where I am at now, but you guys don't know where I started. So I started DJing approximately 6.5 years ago, and that was at one of my friend's 16-year-old birthday party, and I had an iPad, and I just plugged it into a couple of household speakers, and a couple parents said, "You're pretty good at this, you should look into DJing." And that's where that kind of started. I started out DJing with these speakers right here and right there. So these are Sony three-way speaker cabinets, 8-inch bass driver, donut, mid of some sort, and a 1-inch high tweeter. And I was running them off of this really old deck that my dad used. And those were my first two speakers, and I was using them I was hooked up to an aux cable through the stereo and my laptop using free virtual DJ. For lighting, I was using this light right here, which if you guys haven't seen yet, this was in my video with all my lights, which you can click here to see. But this light is made of Christmas light bulbs, and it was hooked up to a chaser that made it go white, red, blue, green, white, red, blue, green, and I could adjust the speed. And overall, this is what my setup looked like. Once I had those speakers paid off, which were $80 at the time, and the mixer was free from my dad, and I have a laptop already, I saved up money and I bought my first speaker on Black Friday from Guitar Center, the Harbinger APS 515, I think is what it's called. My success really started to take off at this time, and I was getting a lot more birthday parties. I was on the edge of doing 1 or 2 a month, and I saved up my money and bought a second speaker at the same time, Harbinger APS speaker, and I also bought some of my first lighting ever. And that was the first big one was the Eliminator Electro Swarm, and this was over about a period of a year I was buying these lights. This was my favorite light, probably one of the most expensive lights. I first bought out at around $100. Red and green blue dots. Again, if you haven't seen any of these lights, my lighting video explains all these lights. I also bought a Big Shot strobe for strobe features. The American DJ Starball, so I had like a slow dance light effect. And I also bought a green and red laser, which is over there somewhere. And buying all this lighting, I did put in a little bit of an investment, a few $100s, just to have it, because I got some of my biggest gigs to start me off, which was my first wedding, and then this was the first middle school dance I ever did. This got me a referral basically to do every one of their dances ever since. It also got me a leeway into the high school as well, which is also my local high school, the one that I graduated from. And I got so many referrals from those 2 gigs. It was crazy. And I got to this point in my DJ career about two years in, so it was kind of a quick growth. The next thing I purchased was about 3 years into being a DJ. It would be my junior year of high school. I bought the Eon 518 subwoofer to add to the system. I do not currently have it with me right now. I'm in the process of selling it, so can't show you. But at this point, I started doing on average 5 weddings every summer. Then I moved back to upgrading some lighting. One of my friends as a DJ offered me 4 of his old American DJ pars for a steal price. I believe at the time they were $50 a piece, and I jumped on the opportunity to get 4 American DJ pars and I turned them into putting them on a lighting tree and made them kind of like a wash for the crowd. Also, during this period of my junior year in high school, when I started to do a lot of weddings, I built my facade. I built it for $80, which was pretty awesome, seeing as how at the time any facade you wanted to try and buy was like $400, $500. And then I got my first DJ controller at the end of my junior summer going into senior year, which was the Hercules DJ4 set, which I'm giving away currently. Annotation. This controller helped me a lot. Being able to mix physically just helped me become such a better DJ, and I used it for 4 decks, which really improved me as a DJ, being able to use 4 decks. Just being able to play, pause, adjust volumes physically was a very big advantage. Throughout my senior year of high school, this again just kept growing as a business for me and a job, and I got way more business. I was going into my senior, going into freshman year of college, summer, with about 10 weddings booked, which is pretty awesome. About 10 weddings booked, and throughout my senior year I did probably 3 high school or middle school related dances. And at this time I kind of settled out with buying. And throughout my senior year and into my senior summer, I kind of settled off with my buying and purchases I made for DJ equipment. Towards the end of my freshman year in college is when the DJ buying started to pick up again. And the whole reason behind this was my setup was just not at the level that I wanted to bring. The Harbinger speakers are just out of date, and my lighting was basic lighting that you would get when starting off as a DJ. Basically, I was moving to the next level as a DJ, and I wanted my equipment to come with me. The first thing I picked up were my 2 Eon 615s, and at the time they were pretty much brand spanking new when it came to the market right now. And I picked up 2 of those, and note that all the stuff I'm saying I purchased, I had money saved up for. I had plenty of money saved up for through DJing to buy this. Shortly following my purchase of the 2 Eons, I picked up my first and my current legit mixer, the American Audio VMS 4.1. This thing is just a beast, and if you guys were wondering, I picked it up for I think $500 plus the case. Then shortly after, about a quarter of the way into my freshman going into sophomore summer of college, I picked up 2 of the JBL PRX 715 XLFs. Huge purchase. There are reviews on my channel of all these equipment too if you guys haven't seen them yet. And then due to all the new equipment, I had to purchase a lot more cables, which are all in these totes right here, just to handle all the power, the XLRs, and all that sort of jazz. And then that summer I did approximately about a wedding every other weekend. And now we kind of move into my sophomore year of college, which basically I didn't buy anything except for those $30 Amazon pars, and that was about it. And that brings us to where we are now, 6 years later in my DJ career, and I'm doing a DJ related something almost every weekend, it seems. The only new thing I've added, which is literally just happened probably two or 3 weeks ago, was I added the JBL PRX 712s. Just bought 2 of those. That is the newest thing to my addition. Also, Shave Show Express also got added to that, but that's kind of, it was free software, and I got the controller through the LLC I work for. So yeah guys, that's kind of my DJ journey so far. This is kind of where I wanted to be at now. I'm just basically getting into the point where I wanted to be, which is doing something almost every weekend, which is just awesome to be doing. It's also a lot of stress, but I wanted to be getting to that. It's also a lot of stress, but I wanted to get to this point. It's nice going out and doing something DJing every weekend. You can be more fluent with your DJing, and you get better as a DJ overall. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments on the stuff that occurred along the line of me becoming a DJ, leave them in the comments below. I'll answer them there, or I'll make a separate video to answer your comment if it requires a video. Be sure to subscribe. There's a lot of DJ related videos coming out. Every Tuesday there's a new video, and every Friday we potentially post a video like this one. Anyways guys, keep them records spinning, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. there's a deer. Hey, buddy. No, buddy, come back. Come back, buddy, come back.